What it do, y'all? What it do, y'all? Welcome to the Too Easy King. I'm here with my fiance here in the kitchen. We're talking some junk, and I'm about to be reacting to a new update on Roda Osman. So if you guys don't know, on the Too Easy podcast, we had covered her over at the Too Easy podcast about like a year and a half ago. And so overall, Roda Osman, she was a woman that came in from West Africa, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere from Africa, and she had gone. I don't know if I would say gone viral, but this is the first time people in the internet were like exposed to her. Or known, this is when people started figuring out, what she was, and so pretty much she started doing these GoFundMe scams, and I think she had made off with like what in total she made like 50 some thousand dollars out of all those scams. And so the first one was, I believe she was at a Dollar General, and I believe she was claiming racial discrimination from the security guard there because I guess they didn't like her speaking loud or something. I don't know, it was something. And then on their side too, they were saying that she was being disrespectful, being loud and everything. It's like when you go to somebody's place of business, like you can't act the way you want to act. That idea of the customer's always right probably doesn't work. You can probably just put that on top, and then we'll just do it.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, we'll probably just put it on top somewhere.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, no, she went there and she pretty much got had a GoFundMe. And I can't remember how much money she raised, but I heard she raised thousands. And then I think there was another scam, but I can't remember it right now for the life of me. I have to go back to the video and watch it. But the newer scam was that, or not newer, but back like a year and a half ago. I would say it's closer to 2 years, but who knows? But yeah, so here in Houston, downtown Houston, if I'm not mistaken, she was at the club. She claims that leaving the club, there was a man asking for her number. She left, or she was leaving on the way out, and the man kept asking for her number. She supposedly said no, and then the guy grabbed a brick from somewhere. I don't know where you know what I mean? He grabbed the brick from somewhere, from the ground or something, and hit her in the head, on the side of her head, with a brick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a crazy fucking story. And so there's a video of her afterwards saying, screaming out to all the people coming out of the club and saying, "How can you men let him do this to me?" She's crying and screaming and she's crying and saying, "Why? How could y'all let him do this to me?" And she's swollen on the side of her head. He's like, "He hit me with a brick and you did nothing." And she's getting on all the men there. And at first, without any context, you're looking at this like, "Oh fuck, they fucked their shit up." And you're like, "Oh shit, like they did this to her." And I keep in mind I'm around the Houston area myself, and so I'm doing some digging. I'm looking at the local channels, looking at the local lives, and then there's people that were there saying that she's lying through her fucking teeth. And so I was like, what? And so that's how I was introduced to her. And so through TikTok. And then I started looking through all the channels and all the local places here. And then everybody's saying that she was lying. And I was like, oh, wait, no way she's lying. Like, how the fuck did she get that shit then? And then, I started looking online and, people were saying she had cheek injections that went wrong and got swollen on the side of her face and this and that. And so I didn't know what to believe. And then, she came out and she was in a hospital getting checked in, and supposedly she had paperwork. Supposedly she had paperwork claiming that she was supposedly, in the hospital, and she filed a police report, et cetera, et cetera. And then, people were like, oh, okay, then people backed off, but then people were pushing harder. And then the brother we're about to watch, MTR, he started looking into it and he started covering it. And I believe this caught the attention of Daphne from Queen of Accountability. And she started looking into it and she started finding out things that the reports weren't real and this and that, or there's no report of her on public record being assaulted. And then it was a back and forth thing. And then probably months later, only to find out that, a couple months later, a video of the street cam And oh no, the club owner released gave the video to police of the supposed assault. So the club owner, when she was leaving, gave the video, and it turns out she wasn't hit with a brick. That supposedly she got in the car, she got hit with a water bottle, and supposedly she was assaulting the guy. And so and actually, it turns out she did put out a police report saying this. And so now that this information got out, it pretty much shows that she was lying, pretty much putting out false claims. So I believe they put a warrant out for her arrest. It was like $10,000. She was on the run, and then she had to turn herself in or whatnot. And so I guess now we're here. And then not to mention, just a little bit before that, we find out that she goes around slapping white people for fun and saying that this is for racism, this is for slavery. I remember she slapped this old white man, and then she slapped this younger white man and started twerking in the middle of the street. Like it was some ratchet ass shit, like ratchet hoe ass shit. Like she was like everything she claimed other people to be, that's what she was. She claimed that men hit her. No, she was the one hitting men. She claimed that other people were being racist towards her. She was being racist and abusive to those people. And so everything she claimed other people to be, that's what she was. And we all saw it front page. Like that's the thing about the internet. It does not, once you post it on the internet, it does not go away. It's there forever. You know what I mean? And she's saying that she didn't need. And I think a couple months prior to her getting hit with a brick, she said that we don't need men, but she was over there crying and begging to men, why did y'all let the supposed person hit her in the face with a brick and this and that? It was just a lot of inconsistencies, and pretty much we all pretty much knew she was lying. And and so now we're here, and she had turned herself in, and I guess she got sentenced, and supposedly she's facing 10 years in prison. Supposedly, I don't know. We're about to check the video out. So going back to MTR, Mediocre Tutorials, go check that brother out. I'm gonna try to leave the link down in the description. Dude has amazing content, and he's always covering like the raw type shit and all the things that are going on in today's life. And so definitely go check out his YouTube channel. But yeah, man, I mean, it's like, man, this you want to feel bad for her, but the bitch was lying and talking all this shit. I just can't feel bad for a motherfucker like that. You know what I mean? That's just me. I can't feel bad for a motherfucker talking shit and going crazy and saying all these things, but then at the end of the day, you still needed the very thing that you hated. That's the funny part of it all. That's the hypocrisy of it all. The very thing that you hated and talked shit about, that's what you still needed, or supposedly in this situation. And so I don't know, but let's check this video out. This is Mediocre Tutorials. Definitely subscribe to his channel. But he's covering, I guess, her court date, court update. So let's check it out.
She was a fairy. Yeah, she was a fairy.
Huh? Oh, and if I wanted to throw an extra something in there, she was pretty much caught spending the donation money. So for all the scam that she did, she was caught spending the donation money at strip clubs and at fancy restaurants, eating caviar and shit like that. Yeah, so I mean, just in case you guys didn't know or didn't need another reason why to not like this motherfucker. Yeah, this bitch was spending donation money. She was eating caviar in strip clubs and all sorts of crazy shit. I was like, motherfucker. And so, yeah. And she's spending all this money. Like somehow she got all these nice things now all of a sudden, after the scams and shit like that. I'm like, you trash. But and I think she's coming in from an area where scamming is like a regular thing though. When she was coming in from Africa, that's like a regular thing where she's from. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, just throw it in there, but let's get it. He said Roda Brickface Osman. That's funny.
She was a fairy. Yeah, she was a fairy with a fatty.
You want to know why I give grace to men who've tried to destroy me? It's because my resistance cannot look like their violence. Plus, I don't fight fire with fire. Darling, I outlived the flames.
Ugh. That's so cringe. Ew. I don't know. That was just cringe to me. I don't know. It's like this motherfucker be trying to make points off motherfuckers, but it's like, ugh. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just like, nah, bro. Your ass was out here doing all this crazy shit. Like it was nothing. I was like, she does it like it's a regular day. That's the thing too. Like you can tell she has no remorse. She was caught lying, all this other shit. Like this motherfucker, like would be doing like I don't know what it was. Like how many accounts she has
Oh, what
going
a great
on.
day to be doing content. Shout out to the MT Army, my guys, my G's, my hustlers. How y'all doing? But one love to the beautiful ladies down in the MT Auras. Ladies, we see you and we respect it, all right? Guys, I wanted to give you a brief update, all right? It's been a minute since I talked about the wonderful Roda Osman. Now, there's been a lot of new subscribers to the channel ever since we started to cover the Roda situation. So this is going to be a recap if you already know, and as well as a introduction if you are new, all right? Who is Roda? About a year and a half ago, there was a social media kerfuffle that involved this lovely young woman. What was that? Okay, this woman created content. So this is going to be a recap if you already know, and as well as a introduction if you are new, all right? Who is Roda? About a year and a half ago, there was a social media kerfuffle that involved this lovely young woman. What was that? Okay, this woman created content saying that she was attacked by a black man, specifically being hit in the face with a brick, and a cohort of black men did nothing to save her, at which point that this story went viral. Then the conversation in the black community came up to the degree of why don't black men protect black women?
Dr.
Roda
Umar
produced
came out
content of
too.
her enormously swollen face from the hospital room, crying and questioning, and then a couple of days later, she created a GoFundMe account, accumulating almost $40,000 in monies, while social media was set ablaze with this whole gender war conversation. Within that time, there were certain content creators, such as myself, that came out, was listening to her words logically of what it was that she was saying and casting doubt into her story. And let me also say this, being a content creator and not believing in a hashtag believe all women society, not believing women that say that men are being violent towards them, especially a year and a half ago, was damn near sacrilegious, because you would get called everything underneath the sun, male chauvinist, misogynistic pig, and some other choice words that they would have for you as well. Now, through the critique, as well as the criticism, as well as the feedback, GoFundMe did some additional work into her claims. Police reports were filed. An investigator was on the case, and even the young man that she accused started to come out and do some public interviews.
A well thought of plan, a diabolical plan.
Olin Douglas is a father, son, and small business owner. But in September, allegations made by 33-year-old Roda Osman nearly put it all at risk.
It caused people who I thought really knew me to kind of betray me.
Douglas says he met her at a club near the Galleria as she wore a mask that only revealed her eyes. He invited her to an after party.
It's as if she...
Not to hate on the brother, man. He looks like he plays for the. I'm not. Not trying to talk too much shit, but it looks like he plays for the other team, dog. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I honestly I didn't even see this part of the whole thing, but gosh damn. And here we go again. Let's find out.
Was trying to get in some type of conflict.
But says she was aggressive and very intoxicated. They ended up in a car with friends.
She physically didn't start touching me until I asked her to leave. So you got to get out.
Outside the car, Houston police Say surveillance video then showed Osman slapping him in the face before he hit her back with what appears to be a plastic water bottle in hand.
You should never hit a woman in general, but I didn't want to hit her, actually. It was like she hit me and I just reacted.
According to court documents, the footage didn't match what Osman told police, that a male Uber driver threw a brick at her and tried to kidnap her, that she did her own investigation and was told that Douglas was the one who assaulted her. She's now charged with theft because prosecutors say she made it up and tried to profit from this GoFundMe that raised more than $42,000.
It's been a divide between, you know, black men, black women, and it's been... It's really evil what she did.
If police didn't have this surveillance video, this evidence that basically clears you, what kind of situation do you think you would be in?
I would be that guy that hit a girl with a brick. I'm black. I'm surprised.
Yeah, so, and also think about it too. And to anybody saying, like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. Brother probably plays... I'm not going to say nothing. He's a father, so, I mean, I'm not going to say too much. He seems like a cool dude. But, you know, not saying he's playing for the other team, but he has feminine qualities. And so when you have feminine qualities too, especially around women, you forget that, you know, you're dealing with women. And he even says that was just a reaction. And I can get it. I can get it, but if we're also looking at it from gender equality, he defended himself. She attacked first. He defended himself. And this is just, and I'm actually on his side. This is what I'm saying. Like, to anybody saying, oh, he hit a woman, I was like, no, he defended himself. He defended himself from a hostile woman. I defend him on that. This woman was hostile and put hands on him. If we're looking at it from the eyes and the windows of gender equality, he defended himself. This is what gender equality is, ladies and gentlemen, etc. This is gender equality. You can't go around putting your hands on people. Just period. Like your girls say, period, point blank. You can't put your hands on people. And that's what you get. So, hey, it is what it is.
Surprised I didn't get arrested in 30 seconds from this going out.
Douglas says he's received death threats from complete strangers.
She's just manipulating people using their pain. And that should be the true crime here.
He hopes people online will be.
And where's Dr. Umar too? Dr. Umar, he needs to come out too and be like, oops, my bad, y'all. Because he was coming after black men and saying, why aren't we protecting our black queens? I'm like, where's his ass at? Let's come back out and say, you know, retract what he said. Because this bitch was lying. It is what it is. But yeah, I wonder what his retraction is, because I'm like, why are you going to go over here and put this on black men? The thing is, especially with Umar, he always puts it on black men. Anything that goes wrong, he puts it on black men. Even if it has nothing to do with us, he puts it on us. So I'm going to put this on him. He needs to come back and apologize, because that was some bullshit. He came out without knowing the evidence, without knowing the context, started saying it, and he started getting a whole bunch of people to believe that bullshit. So, yeah. Where you at, doctor?
Be more conscious.
The internet is the internet.
Yeah.
It's not real life all the time.
The summation of all of that is that she was charged with felony theft and is now facing up to 10 years in prison. As a part of the evidence, the investigators said that they had security cam footage where her story did not align to what was seen. Her story being she was just attacked because she said that she doesn't want to give her number, whereas the security cam footage demonstrated that perhaps she was actually the aggressor in the situation.
They responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No. That was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osman hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor.
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
Crying wolf, and with every victimhood story in our narrative, not only being a single mother, but being Black, but being Muslim, but being LGBTQ, leveraging all of these victimhood statuses in order to accumulate more monies into her account. And it was crazy because actually during this time, I did content where I actually found previous GoFundMes where it was kind of the same method, right? Of victimizing herself while not letting people watching her or giving money to her know that she may have been the aggressor in these situations. I found this content, put it up on a live stream, and allowed the viewing audience to decide for themselves. Throughout the entirety of the story, I was actually really surprised at her brazenness. Even with all of the commentators questioning the validity of the story, she found a way to trick off some of the money that she came into.
I'm in Jamaica!
Yeah.
And this is such a big deal because this is what I'm talking about when I say I'm taking my life back brick by brick, pun intended.
Yeah.
Because 4 months ago when this incident happened,
She flexing with donated money.
I didn't think that I could ever go out by myself. And as a woman that has been on her own since she was 16 and has traveled over 20 countries and most of them by herself, that was just so depressing. But here I am on a solo trip that I decided 5 days ago that I was going to go on, and I'm here, and I feel protected, divinely protected.
I be asking who paid for that.
I asked for because Black women, we created this world. We deserve to explore it. We deserve to enjoy it. We deserve to see it. And
the thing is, she knows that Black women are gonna be like, "Yes, girl. Yeah, that's right, girl. You do you, girl." With them not knowing the bullshit she really be on. And she knows it. She knows how to tap into the emotion. She goes after the community. I'm not even gonna say the name. I don't even want to get picked up on the algorithm. But oh, my bad. But yeah, so yeah, she knows what she's doing. She's a hustler. She's a scammer. This is her thing. She's done this multiple times. And the crazy thing is she's usually the aggressor. She's usually putting hands on people, slapping people up and shit. Like, it's crazy, dog. It's like, we letting this shit, pass. You know what I mean? This is crazy to me. But I don't know. And this is all on donate. I'm telling you right now, this is probably all on donated money. Which is crazy. It's like, you have no shame? Like, there's really no shame? Like, and this is coming from a guy who has no shame. Like, I could talk about the most fucked up things imaginable with no shame. But just looking at her, like, this type of shit, like, I do this shit out of honesty and being real. She does this out of scheming and fucking scamming people. And she has no shame about it. I'm like, okay, I mean, hey, you do you. You a conniving bitch. But, hey, you do you. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna act like I'm the fucking, I'm an angel myself. But at the same time, like, motherfucker, you scamming people out of money and shit. Like, come on now. And my fucking internet is tripping.
it's just a big deal.
There you go.
Like,
why is she in Jamaica when her lying ass should be in handcuffs?
So where does this leave us all now within this update? And shout out to my friend Daphne, the queen of accountability, who was actually one of the people who called the police department to have them look into this case that we all assumed was fraud. Daphne's been watching this case like a hawk and is going to be giving us updates in the future as her court date is scheduled right now for June 26th. Now, what's super interesting is that while I've done content piece after content piece, shit, even coining the term brick face, Rhoda really has not had any smoke for me, but she absolutely hates Daphne, as well as saying some things on her life.
the queen of accountability.
Flashback.
Your husband probably don't like you. I know what type of girl you are. You pay all the bills and do all the housework, and you're mad at us. Sorry. We did not abuse you. You destroyed me. I'm indestructible, especially for a person like you, like a sleaze like you.
Indestructible, Rhoda. By the way, she touts this. I have a PhD, right? RIP to KS. I have this PhD. I'm so intelligent. I'm so smart. She can't even say basic words. Indestructible.
You got nothing going on. You're talentless. You lie. You have no ethics. You have no morals. You have no hobbies.
No morals.
You have no friends.
Like, she's talking about morals, talking about her family.
I'm gonna take it all. See you in court.
That's garbage.
If anybody can tell me Daphne's last name and the city and state that she lives in, I'd really appreciate that.
She's trying to track her down.
Thank you. Daphne, I know your minions are watching. I know you're blocked, but Daphne Sutton? You see how quickly I got your last name? That was 30 seconds. Now think about how quickly I'm going to find out your city and state, and then your address.
Oh, she's threatening her. Look at this shit. Like, oh, man. If I'm Daphne, I'm coming after her ass.
I went to the #1 journalism school, Columbia. Have you heard of it? And also...
Journalism? This ain't nothing with journalism. You're threatening her. You're saying you're going to get an address and
and have a better community than you. I don't even think you have a community. So, honey, this is not the fight you want.
This is so crazy.
And maybe I'll reach out to all the people that you have been harassing on your page and ask them if they want to join me suing you too. I think we should all sue you. Wow. I know you have a lot of time on your hands since you're always bothering me.
I wonder if she has the same energy in jail right now, in prison.
Now, let me ask you.
Because I know she got bailed out for like 10,000.
Do you think that this comes from somebody who is innocent?
Yeah, that was her bailout. Like 10,000.
Is this somebody who is portraying herself as innocent? Or does this come from an
she's
angry,
she's pretending to be innocent the whole time. She's the aggressor. That's the whole point.
Accountability.
She claims to be a victim, but the whole time she's the aggressor. Look how she's saying, I'm going to find where you live.
Imagine
that doesn't sound like a victim.
You have to have a whole page where all you do is lie. And all your lies can be easily confirmed. Like, it's not that hard. Every lie that you made, I can
confirm it then.
Like 10 seconds that you lied. So,
by the way, she also found Daphne's last name so quickly because she literally says it on her platform. It's not a secret, but she's talking about this lie thing, and I think it's hilarious. Liars trying to now say that other people.
Because if you look at her page, it literally says, I think it says on her description that it says her last name on that motherfucker. Like, oh, what's good, baby? Trying to grab something?
No, I got it.
Okay,
I'm sorry, too easy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to cook you guys.
All right.
For my baby.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, she's pretty much like.
What she have? Is she got some mental issues?
Oh, she definitely got some mental issues. Like you have to have mental issues.
Do that,
like true mental issues. You get what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you really gotta have something
I
wrong.
want to give her the benefit of the doubt. That's what I'm trying to do. Like,
I tried to do that too, but then once you find out all her shit, like
what else did you find out? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we found out. Well, she's been scamming people for years.
Since Africa is she from?
West part.
West Africa.
Yeah, I think West Africa, but then some people say she was from Nigeria because she's scamming.
But then again, I'm just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she has some mental issues that she needs to work on, and maybe she just got to work on that.
Yeah, she can work on it in prison.
I know.
In prison.
In prison.
Yeah, she's facing 10 years, by the way.
She deserves probably a bit more.
Yeah, probably because she's over here thinking she's gonna dox somebody or try to get somebody's. She's over here claiming that, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna sue you. So you see how I can find your name? I'm gonna sue you. But it literally says in her description, most of her posts, it literally says her last name, Sutton, Daphne Sutton. So I mean, you're not threatening nobody. She has her name up there, motherfucker. That's just crazy to me. Like, how are you gonna threaten somebody? And you're claiming to be the victim. You know what I mean? Like, if you're the so-called victim, why are you out here threatening?
Did she threaten the lawyer or the judge?
No, she threatened so there's another girl, this girl named Daphne Sutton. She's the queen of accountability.
Oh, wait, yeah, I've seen her.
Yeah, so she's threatening to sue her. But thing is, Daphne gets all the receipts. Like, Daphne finds all the receipts. Like, if you fuck up and Daphne's on your case, she's going to find all the receipts about all your dirty laundry.
It's absolutely
Like, she's
incredible.
dope.
The psychology of projection is fascinating to me.
You literally have a page where all you do is harass people and lie about them. And you have the nerves to be talking
How do you
about
know if they're
bothering me?
lies?
Girl, I'm an organizer. Every single day I organize.
She's very entertaining.
Girl, I'm coming for you. But let's
You
just
said
see
what?
how many other people that you've been bothering will join me.
Nobody
I'm going to
joined.
reach out to every single one of them.
You would have got scammed.
Every person you have ever bothered, I'll be reaching out to them.
She got no help.
She was,
Like I said, if you want to come for me, it's been 7 weeks, baby. This is gonna be fun. I love fuck around and find out.
End of flashback.
Okay.
You want to know why I give grace to men who've tried to destroy me? It's because my resistance cannot look like their violence. Plus, I don't fight fire.
She'd
with
be
fire.
cringy. It'd be just so cringy watching her laugh and do all this,
I outlived the
trying
flames.
to act and talk shit. Like, it's not even funny.
These men took my job, my anonymity, my safety, my
forgive them,
apartment,
but I'm
lit my
more
car
than-
on fire, stalked me, stole thousands of dollars of my merchandise from my
Lit
home.
your car on fire. Hold the fuck up.
Criminalized me, ritualistically humiliated me while maligning
What the fuck is she talking about? Who lit? I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, like she's like, they lit my car on fire. They did this to me. I'm like, bitch, we don't know. We don't know that. You probably lying about that shit too. That's crazy. Like, how you can just say all these crazy things like they're facts? Like, we don't know if they're facts or true. Like, we don't even know that shit. What do you mean they set your car on fire? That's the crazy part. Like, it's weird. It's like, it's crazy how she just does this pathologically. Like, it looks like she's a pathological liar. Like, she just does this like it's natural.
apartment, lit my car on fire, stalked me, stole thousands of dollars of my merchandise from my home, criminalized
who
me,
did this?
ritualistically humiliated me while maligning my character.
What kind of man are you fucking around with that do that shit to you?
I rise. Bell Hooks said that
Why
the
is she
moment we choose
smiling?
love, we begin to move against domination. I'm not naive. I'm strategic. My dignity is my weapon. My joy is my justice. My integrity is why people keep pouring into me. Because when you water this soil, whole gardens bloom.
Ew.
I focus on the light workers of
It's
the
like
world.
dead soil.
My friends, my family, my supporters, my tribe. And that's how I turn my back on my haters.
Yeah, baby.
Still,
Like,
I'm not out here trying to be the Avenger.
yeah, she,
With matching superhero suits, saving the world on cue. My superpower is showing up every single day.
like every time she laughs, it looks like it hurts for her to laugh.
I'm here building community, imagining something better and new for us.
Like, it looks like it hurts for her ass to laugh and smile.
That's a sign of mental issues.
Yeah, that's yeah, my bad. I know I stopped it, but yeah, that laugh. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck does this got to do with your situation? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't know, man. It's weird to me. Like, how the fuck is this girl? Like, she reminds me of those pathological liars. Like, they just lie off rip. They just start saying spitfire on these fucking lies and shit. They just start spitfire. They start going crazy. Like, she would go ahead, she was claimed to be the victim, but she'll go ahead and find somebody's address and house and be like, oh, I know where you at. Like, motherfucker, you're not a victim. I know where you at. I know where you live. You're not a victim. You're the aggressor. You're the suspect, bitch. On the real, but my bad. Let me go back. I know I'm over here fucking monologuing, but this motherfucker, like, just seeing this shit, like, it's crazy. It's so cringe seeing this motherfucker, man. It's crazy.
In community, imagining something better and new for us all.
Me too. Yeah. How is she? I mean, if she does end up going to prison, which honestly, listen, as much as I don't like her, as much as I don't like what she's doing, like, if she would have, like, if she's on trial for all the assaults she's done and the lying, then I understand that part. But do I think she should be in prison for 10 years? No.
Maybe a good.
No, I like a good 5 years, maybe a little less, just to know, just so she sees, like, oh shit, lying lying to police or lying in general has consequences. Maybe I shouldn't be lying anymore. And maybe I should just calm the fuck down. Maybe. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just need a quick reality check just to be like, okay, let me calm the fuck down and be a better person for this. Because she has a kid and, you know, she's a mom. So that's one of the reasons why I'm like a little bit like, hey, you know, maybe she. Yeah, she's a mother. She's a single mother. Yeah, I don't think she should be in prison, but for a long time. I do think she should go, but not for a long time. Not 10 years. Nah, that's probably too much. But if this is what she gets, then it's like it is what it is, man. Like I was trying to be cool with her. I was trying to be at least some way sympathetic, but it's like you make it hard. Like your ass is you're not a good person. You're not. You're not a good person. You're not you are not you're not the type of person that should be wandering in society. You're dangerous. You're lying on people. Like you could have destroyed that man's life. Lying on him. Saying that he hit you with a brick, you could have destroyed that man's life. And I don't feel, and I still, like I said, there's still a small part of me that's like, hey, nah, she shouldn't do 10 years. But now I'm thinking about it. It's like, no, he would have done a lot of time if there was no proof that he didn't hit you, you know, or that he hit you. You know what I mean? Or technically he didn't hit you. So if he didn't have that proof on his side, he'd be in prison right now. They would have thrown him under the bus and thrown him under the jail, locked him up, and threw away the key. They wouldn't have given two fucks about that guy. But luckily, he had proof. And so, like, yeah, man, motherfucker, you had motherfuckers emotional about this shit. And he received death threats, and he's a father too.
I think a lot of people did apologize. To him.
Nah, but the thing is, the thing about the internet is nobody retracts what they say. Like Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson, I'm calling him out. Your ass was going online and saying that black men don't protect black women. Where are you at now? Where your old ass at now? All that shit talk you be talking about? You got all this energy for snow bunnies and shit like that. Where's your energy now when you was talking all that shit? That's my thing. You was talking all that shit. Where are you at now? Are you gonna retract what you said about her? Or are you gonna stand on that shit? Because this bitch is a liar. She's still a victim? I haven't heard one thing from that motherfucker. Has he come out? Like I don't even want to call him out. If he has come out, I'll shut the fuck up. But if he hasn't, hey, bro, now's the time, man. Stand on your shit, bro. Either you stand with her, even though she's a lying bitch, or you retract that shit and you apologize to black men. Otherwise, you're a fucking joke. I mean, I've been calling you a joke for years. And a little bit of respect, a little bit of maybe, you know, and at times you do come out with some shit that I'm like, okay, I agree with that. But it's like, dog, you know, you're full of shit. If you haven't came back and apologized, like if I called out an entire race, an entire gender of men, an entire group of men and called them and said they weren't doing their job, and it turns out that they, you know, none of the shit that the person was accusing them of was true, I would retract my statement immediately. You know what I mean? So, nah, bro. Like, you got to run that shit back, bro. On the real. Talking all that shit. But, yeah, man, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to me.
Enjoy. Because I refuse to become
that people like this exist.
That I'm trying to heal from. That is not survival. That is infection, poison, contagion, and deadly to a beautiful soul.
Yeah.
I choose to be an example, to call people up, not out. I meet violence with truth, ignorance with violence.
Yeah, that's Roda.
With clarity.
So her name's Roda Osman.
Most importantly, I am not here to mirror the brokenness of this world. I'm here to transform it, baby. Excuse me, thank you.
Yeah.
So what about that woman that we can't say her name who alerted the authorities about your previous GoFundMe campaigns? What's happening?
This is a known online agitator. Her entire page is about holding Black women and only Black women accountable, nobody else. You know, she hasn't said anything about the white women who raised, you know, almost $1 million.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, hey.
Can you just leave us alone? Us out of this. First say the N-word, she has no accountability for those people. Her only accountability is for Black women only, fighting for the worst kind of men, misogynist men. That's her audience. That's who she
She's mad at her.
to.
And that's a word, and this is the buzzword. So misogyny used to mean something bad, probably the worst kind of man out there. Now it's just a fucking buzzword. This is like the first thing that women, like most women, go to if they have nothing to say in an argument when they're talking about a man that they don't like. He's a misogynistic man. I don't like him. He's this, he's that. I mean, most of them can't even tell you the meaning of misogyny. They can't even tell you the meaning. And women like this are the first. They say misogynistic. They don't even know this person, and that's the first thing they'll come out and say. Excuse me. That's crazy. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's not surprising, but you know, like, you know what I mean, like. I don't know, man. This motherfucker, it's just you would try to be on her side and try to be like, okay, maybe there's something going on, maybe something fucked up happened to her. But then you see her attitude and how it is, and you're like, no, this person ain't a victim. She's probably the suspect. And so, yeah, man, it's like motherfuckers like this make it hard. They truly make it hard to be on their side. I can never probably be on the side of like this girl, like on the real. Like right when I find out she's a scammer, she abuses men and shit like that. Like she's been caught on. I mean, she's on camera.
She has not done this to only me. She's done this to several other women. And during the time that she was coming after me,
even as a victim, she sounds like an aggressor.
She already had harassment charges. She had warrants out because other people have pressed charges on her for harassment. She's a known cyber bully. The minute that happened to me and I went viral, 4 hours later, she sent me a message and said, "I'm coming after you. Tell the truth. Be honest." And then she started to talk to Olan. She posted the photos of her talking to Olan. She's calling the police. Things that I already have.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what her issue is. She says, "Oh, I was this and I was that," and it's like she claims victimhood while being the aggressor. Like that's like a pattern I see with her. She claims victimhood while being an aggressor. It's crazy. Let's see. But yeah, man, that's crazy to me. How can you be the aggressor and the victim at the same time? It's like it's wild.
Already have. Remember, the GoFundMe is not even my life. And also, I'm a strong woman. Part of the harassment was that I didn't show my pain. Once people laugh at you while you're crying in your worst vulnerable moments, you don't want to show your pain.
You posted that video
on social media, trying to show myself healed. I was trying to show myself meditate.
No,
that was kind of like my way of like trying to get my dignity back.
She posted those videos.
Yeah. She was a
Look
fairy.
at this bullshit.
Yeah.
She showed her titties.
She was a fairy. Yeah. She was a fairy with a fatty.
It backfired on me because people were like, "Oh, look at her. She's out having fun.
Yeah.
She's doing this. Maybe she lied. Maybe she's not hurt." I was hurt. I was deeply hurt. I was still recovering physically and emotionally. It was traumatizing.
You did not look like you were hurting on that. You looked like you were twerking your ass off. Like, if you're on her side, I will question. Like, if you're my homeboy and you're like, "Man, you see what they did to Roda dog, the brick lady." Like, if you're on her side, I'm gonna I'll probably reconsider my friendship with you, cause like, dog, this motherfucker is lying her ass off, and she's full of shit, man. It's like I cannot buzz like this, but I cannot get down with a motherfucker like this, bro. Like, no matter what, it's just like she does not look good on any optics. Like, it's just like it's hard to be on the side like this, man. I'm trying my best. Like, I'm a person, I'll try my best to see the positive in something or try to figure out, okay, maybe this person was lied on or maybe that something did happen to this person. But I cannot see with this motherfucker. She's just a bad person. She's not a good person. She's just not. And maybe that prison time is maybe something she needs.
I want to show that to the public because I didn't feel like I had any grace or empathy there.
And she keeps going back to being a victim.
She is literally calling the police and this is
you
all
posted those videos.
Lying and say, oh my gosh, she bought a dog. I had that dog before. Oh my gosh, she bought diamonds. I had that. Oh my gosh, she has a Balenciaga. That was a gift for Mother's Day like 5 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Just fake reports over and over and over and over again.
But you were at the strip clubs. You were eating caviar.
You don't know me. You weren't there. Why are you obsessed and using me? Why?
We don't need to be there. You keep posting.
She used that for content. And
now,
she wrote that.
I wonder whether this is a court reporter or I'm not sure who it is, but there's a mugshot on the screen, which makes me think that she's giving this testimony or what have you in the front of somebody, a judge, somebody. Now, I wonder if this means that they're going to try to subpoena Queen of Accountability, Daphne, in order to speak up. But I just find it also interesting that she is upset at someone cross-referencing the information. Why shouldn't Olan be able to speak? Why should Olan not get a platform the same way you got a platform in order to tell his side of the story?
Yeah.
Are we just to believe you, even after you've demonstrated time and time again that you have mental issues enough to go into public and harass people while also claiming victimhood through whatever victimhood narrative that you're trying to push? You do these things. No one else does. At this stage in the game, you have at least two different GoFundMes where you're asking for money because somebody in public did something to you. How many times are these things going to happen to you before you can turn around that finger, that lack of accountability finger, and then point?
She might need the prison time. Actually,
the reason
you know what? I really don't want her to go because she has a kid, but she just might need the prison time to reflect on herself.
Get mad at others that question your whereabouts or what was actually going on. Get mad at those people. A picture book version of the dictionary should have her face next to no accountability. Let's go.
That wave and created all these false narratives, making all these lies about me. Lie after lie after lie.
Talk about the strip club.
Being nasty, making t-shirts of my pain. Selling it.
You see how she hasn't talked about the strip club and all the money she spent there?
It was disgusting.
And the caviar she was eating?
It was
and
cool.
the trip to Jamaica?
We don't believe you. You need more people. All right, let's take a look at this. So this looks like a subpoena document. I don't see Queen of Accountability's name in here. It looks like she tagged in the middle, but I don't see her in here. All right, let's keep going on. Let's see what else we can learn. No, she didn't put Rhoda's laugh on this one. That's hilarious. So it looks like there's a case number here when it was originally filed back in early 2024. And it is a felony indictment for theft between $30,000 and $150,000. So the bond was made, and that was the bond amount. And again, on the 26th, that's when the next court date is. And with that being said, that's your update. That's why I want to leave this conversation here today. I can't wait to see what happens on the 26th. Perhaps, maybe accountability can be established. Shout out again and thank you again to Daphne, Queen of Accountability. You know, having people within a community that are on the ground trying to establish what's truth, what's correct. Because let me tell you guys something. This is what I talk about all of the time, is that if people are having discussions about a topic, right? If people are
Hey, shout out to the dog MTR, man. Like the video, man. Definitely am going to be keeping up, whenever you post that other video. So shout out to you, brother. But yeah, man, overall, like, dog, she's just not a good person. Like, I know people are going to be looking at this. There's going to be a few people like, hey, man, you know, there's a black woman right there, man. We can't protect our black woman. Like, nigga, she is the worst kind of black woman. She's the worst. I can't protect somebody like that. Now, if there is video proof of her getting hit with the brick, which there isn't, and it actually turns out she was the aggressor. I mean, if there's actually something out there that tells me that she's a real... the actual victim, but the only victim that I see in this case when it comes to the, her, she's a victim of herself. I truly think she's a victim of herself. She cannot stop lying. She cannot stop trying to preach shit. She cannot stop that shit. the clout and all the shit she's getting from this situation, she cannot stop. And she keeps lying and digging herself in a deeper hole every time. And I think maybe prison time might be something that she needs to reflect on herself. Like, I don't really want to say send this person to prison. She has a kid. You know what I mean? But I think might be something that she needs. You know what I mean? She may need to get her booty taken by somebody, some random dyke in prison. No, I'm just playing. But she may need to get that reality check. Like prison, there's no bigger reality checker than two things: joining the military or going to fucking prison. There's no bigger reality checker than those two things right there. No bigger reality checker. And maybe being in a life or death situation, but you're going to be in a lot of life or death situations in both of those. There's nothing more bigger than those two when it comes to life, pretty much just being checked by reality itself. And so I think she needs a reality check, because there's a thing that there's a lot of influencers, like just men and women in general, like once they get online, they become a weird, crazy version of themselves for clout and things like that. And sometimes I can feel myself being like, sometimes I catch myself doing shit like that. I'll be doing some crazy shit at times. And, sometimes I got to catch myself. And so, I mean, it's like, yeah, people become weird, crazy versions of themselves online for clout. And I think that's what she's doing. I don't think she's as bad as she actually is, but if she is, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? Good luck in prison. Don't drop the soap. Watch out for the dykes. Make sure they don't bite. Hey, but no, like on some real shit though, it's like, hey, prison time might be something that she needs. She needs probably self-reflection. There's just some people that need true self-reflection. They don't understand consequences. They don't understand, being held accountable. You know what I mean? And so prison time may be something that she needs. I don't know. And so, I mean, I wish her well, and I wish the best for her. But at the same time, it's like, you're a terrible person. You really are. You're the very thing that you accuse other people of being. You played yourself. Congratulations. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. Shout out to the brother MTR. Go check out his channel. I'm gonna leave the link to his channel down below. But I'm pretty sure a bunch of y'all already are subscribed to him. And if you're not, go subscribe to him. And if you can, subscribe to my channel. This is my own personal channel here, the Too Easy King. I'm about to eat, so yeah, man. I'm gonna get back to you. So remember, there's one thing and one thing only. Say it.
It's too